welcome to Transition Wild. I'm Adam Parr, and today I'm doing a video review on the Xpedition Archery MakoX. It's their flagship bow for 2019, and this is actually a part one video where it's really just an unboxing, and I'm going to go through the specs and kind of a little background on the company and how I got involved with them. But and then I'm going to do a part two where I'll actually take you out in the field once I have the bow set up and just kind of go through some shots and, you know, really what I'm feeling while I'm shooting it. So part one today, part two in the follow-up video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. As mentioned, this is just kind of an unboxing video, and a little background on Xpedition Archery. I was actually at a show this past winter and had a little downtime, so I was walking around just kind of killing time. I walked by the Xpedition Archery booth, and I'd kind of seen a little bit about the company on social media, had heard about them before, but really didn't know much about them. So I went up to the booth and picked up the MakoX, just kind of at the booth. No one was around me. All of a sudden, the guy comes up and walks up, and he's one of the sales reps of the company, and he says, "You've got to shoot it. You've got to shoot that bow." And he basically took the bow, handed it to me, gave me a release and 6 arrows, and he said, "Go over to the target range and shoot this thing. You just got to do it." So I was like, okay, why not? I got some time to kill. I grabbed the bow. It's just me. And upon the initial draw, and just as a caveat, I was a little bit worried about this bow. Not worried, but it's a 5-inch brace height bow. So my initial thoughts were, this is going to be a rough draw. You know, something, the normal speed bow is just not enjoyable to draw back just because of how they're built and the cam design. But when I drew this bow back, I was like, wow, this thing actually feels really good for a 5-inch brace height. I couldn't believe it. And I shot the bow, and it was dead in the hand, quiet, laser fast. And I just got to thinking, I was like, wow, this is something special. It really is. So I shot the bow, brought it back, and you know, I thought about it for the next couple of weeks, and I just could not stop thinking about that bow because I really loved it. It shot great. So here we are today. I've formed a partnership with Xpedition Archery, and here I am today reviewing the bow. So I'm just going to unbox it here, and then I'll go through some of the steps and the specifications on this bow, and we'll just open her up. Alright, so let me pull this thing out of here. One thing I'll note, this is the black bow. It's got the black limbs and black riser. And I'm kind of torn between going with the black for my setup or going with the Badlands Approach FX. I want the camo riser. So I'm kind of caught between that. I think I'm going to go and set up the camo bow, and just because I really like that pattern. But we'll see. So I guess you'll find that out in the next video. So here it is. Here's the flagship bow for Xpedition Archery, the MakoX. And as I mentioned, it's a 5-inch brace height, so it's really a speed bow, but it doesn't feel like it. It's a 364 feet per second IBO, so this is laser fast. And I'll mention that it got high accolades from Field and Stream and a lot of the major bow reviews this year. So that's something to note. It's a speed bow, but it's got the best of all worlds. It's comfortable to draw, it's dead in the hand, it's quiet, and of course fast. So the other thing that you'll notice is, at least for me, it's a 3.9 pounds, and that's pretty light. I mean, it really doesn't feel heavy at all, which is nice. The other thing I really like about this bow is it's a 33-inch axle to axle, so it's a little bit longer than what I'm used to, but it fits me really well because I'm 6'2", and I've pretty much shot 30-inch ATA bows my whole life, so the 33-inch I think fits me a lot better, which is why I was really drawn to it at the beginning upon the initial shooting at the show. Draw weights, you can go from 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70, so you got all the increments you need, and draw length between 24.5 and 30 inches. So it's going to accommodate most shooters in half-inch increments, so you got half-inch draw length adjustment there. Another thing, it's 80% let off, and it's it's really nice let off. When I draw this thing back, I hardly feel it, and it's just dead in the hand. It's got a great anchor point, and you know, just all around smooth bow. Color options, this is the molten black, but the riser's available additionally in Badlands Approach FX, Realtree Edge, a Tactical Sand, and an Ops Green, which is pretty cool as well. And then a couple different limb options. You have Realtree Edge, the black that you see here, and the Badlands Approach FX. So you can also get that in the limb design. So that's pretty much it. That's the overview of the bow. I am in love with this thing. I can't wait to get it set up and get everything adjusted for myself and ready to shoot this thing. If you're interested in picking up one for yourself, it's $1,099 MSRP, so $1,099, which is right on par for every other flagship bow out there. So it's not gonna break the bank. You see some of the bows out there are pushing $1,500–1,600 bucks. That's a little crazy in my opinion, but this is right on par there. So go check them out at a dealer. You can view the full specs and the full website information at Xpeditionarchery.com. So check them out there. And I'm just really excited. So part 2, tune into the next video. I'm going to take you out in the field, do a little target practice, and really just kind of review how it shoots and how I like the bow after I've got it all set up for myself.